Alright guys, I'll be showing how to accessorize my new surf rods to the reels I choose and a few other accessories I plan to attach. Aloha guys, Stupid Chris here. Now I just got my 13 and 14 foot surf rods that I helped develop. Man, these are beauties. So how am I going to accessorize it? What I'm going to use with it? Because everybody's asking, what are you going to use with it? Well, when it comes to conventionals, I'm going to go back to my Tesoro 12s. But for spinners, which was originally designed for, I'm going to use the Sedgels. This is the new Sedgel spinners for 2020. Now this is the 14,000. Now this is the 10,000. Notice there's not much difference in the size here, and the only difference is in the spool. There's only three sizes so far: the 10,000, which is this one, 14,000, and the 8,000. Now the body is exactly the same bodies. The only difference is the size of the spools. But you notice the 10,000 to 14, really not that much difference. So I'm going to go with the 14 on this one. All right. And even though the bodies are the same, the spool shafts are thicker. When it goes up in graduation, the spool shafts, like on this one, will become thicker so it can handle that extra load. Okay, so what line did I choose? Okay, this is the 80-pound braid, eminent braid by Soft Steel. This is what I put on for the 14K. And you say, it's kind of thick, and it is, because we have large animals around here, rays, sharks, big GTs. Plus, we've got a lot of coral reefs, so the thicker the line, the better on the 14K. I think I was able to squeeze 345 yards onto that, which is pretty good. And I used my fish-on spooler, which was made by Sportsman Innovations. That one there. That is a good spooler because I used that and it was no problem using it. I love that thing so much. Okay, so I'm going to use the 14K on the 14 footer. On the 13 footer, I'm going to use 65-pound braid. I was able to get a little over 330 yards on the 13 footer. So that's good enough. And that's going to be with the 10,000 spinner. Okay, I'm also going to use Bell Buddies. Now these Bell Buddies are made by Fishing Solutions by Tony Lopez, all the way out in Austin, Texas. Now, when you put these, I'll show you what they look like on the rods. Okay, that's what it looks like. Now, what's good about these is that when you put these on your rods, you allow your bell to slip into that little notch, and you hear the ding, ding, ding when you got a strike, or even nibbles, which is good. Now, recently this has been notched. There's a notch here instead of going all the way through, so you can put Asylum light stick on this, so at night you can actually see the vibration going on too. And the reason you want that is, like, say if you're fishing around a bunch of other people and there's some guys maybe quarter mile away, you don't want them to know that your area is hot. You can take the bells off and put the light stick in. You can see the wiggling of the light stick on this. Okay, another product I'm going to use, 3M tape. Very, very thick, light reflective tape. So on this island, it's very crowded. So already people buying these things up. It's sold out. Of the 4 stories my rods were put in, they were sold out. So if there's people around you, you're going to have it. Eventually, everybody is going to have one, or at least you're going to know somebody that has one. These are light reflective tapes. During the daytime, you can put this on, and it's going to distinguish yours from other people. But at night, you hit this with a light source, it's gonna glare out. Okay, it's really gonna be really glary, like that one there. That's my rig at night. All right. So I'm gonna use these on it. It's going to mark it as yours. So I'm going to show you really fast how I go ahead and cut this and put this on. It's a labor of love, but it's worth it. And I noticed that on the slightly weaker or the wimpier rods, it does help to strengthen it. So depending on how you put it on, it will actually help out the reaction of the rod. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to measure it out. You don't have to measure it out, but I found throughout the years that the even cuts are a lot better. So I'm going to, right over here under the wraps, I'm going to put one above and below each wrap. And throughout the rod, I'm going to put maybe 1 or 2 in the middle of the guides. And that should be enough. Okay, because these are surf rods, you put the rods either in rock spikes or sand spikes. I love my sand spikes. I trust these more than the rock spikes, all right? And what makes these special is the top here. Now, if you put your rod in here, and on the normal usage over here, eventually this aluminum on the edge will cut into the rod, and you're gonna have a circle around your rod that's gonna go right through the epoxy. You don't want that. If you look at this one carefully, look at it. It's been beveled and edged, been burred at a 45-degree angle. Now, the only place that I go to that carries equipment like this is at Brian's Fishing Supply. They're a specialty store. They know what us anglers love. So that's the only place I found that even offers it like this. See, look how smooth it is. I won't cut myself. Now, if you have the old-fashioned ones, you can get a rounded file and get the rounded file and actually smooth it on your own. Still a lot of work, but I just prefer buying it like this. Also, the reflective tape I showed you, the 3M tape, that's also from Brian's, because like I said, they are a specialty store and they've been able to handle all my needs. You know what the tape on? Boy, look how long that is. This is badass. Wow, now this is badass. With the fishing butlers on, the 3M tape, man, this looks good to go. You know, I'd like to thank everybody for watching what I do, listen to my advice. You don't have to do it, but if it does help just a few of you, then it was worth it. Now, this is a 3-piece rod set, like I told you. Most of them are 2, but this is 3. And it's humbug carrying 3 pieces or carrying a 14-foot rod down and get it broken on a branch or a fence. Now, it's easier just to grab it and hold it like this. So my last bit of information on my accessories: fishing butlers. This is a godsend, all right? Now, it's basically bungeed cords with a notch locking system. So what you do is use your thumbnail, see that part there? Pull on it, pull up. That's it. See, now it's all loose. To lock it down again, put it over. Pull on this part here. Pull, look at that. Done. See how easy it is? This is such an easy thing, and it is going to keep everything together. So, like, say if you're living in urban America, you are taking the bus, the train, small cars. You threw everything in the trunk of your car. You want everything set. Fishing butlers are the way to go. All right. Thanks a lot, guys. I'll see you on my next video.